And a consultant company here in Linköping, so we are regarded to be the professionals in this competition, but I think we regard ourselves being rather amateurish because we're doing this in our spare time and we really are working full time with our other assignments for different customers. Anyway, this is our robot, a little inspired by this scrapyard thinking. A binder, pär, Swedish. What you call this? Tumstock, inch stick. It's a carpenter tool. We managed to have one with among our profile products with the ALTEN log on. So this was really like you could have a constant by using these holes already. You could have a constant distance for all the cross beams and make sure that you got a completely square design. Our aim was to avoid heavy materials, aluminium beams, things like that, or lead acid batteries or anything like that. Try to just keep the weights down because eventually it will lift 15 centimeters to go into a train. And we really wanted to have light items and just be able to work with the kind of hobby things that are available. But it is quite difficult. It's difficult to find electrical motors that are good enough, small enough, or powerful enough, and to fit the specification, or even to find the specification if you browse the web for motors. This is a 6-volt motor, yes. What speed? Well, yes, it rotates. What to say more about it? The brain. It's not present here in the robot. It's an Android device, telephone with a camera, pan and tilt, so it can scan the environment with its camera, making commands to the Arduino card here, which takes care of controlling motors, reading sensors, doing various other things. And I think much of the work, I'm more mechanical engineer and Jocke is more a software engineer, but of course there has been some efforts in making this communication work also.
Sure. Well, what has been hard and what has been interesting? Well, most of it has been hard. I worked with these kind of technologies before. I mean, we that are in the group, we have never built. So the most of the logic for the solving task will be built in as Android apps, and we never built apps before. And just a basic thing like that is well, a little step to manage. So we have so the small technical things, learning how to do things, I think that's been hard and taken a long time than we planned. Well, and fun stuff when things work and we get when we put things together and they actually do things and we see our own progress. Yeah. We thought we would be at this stage in February, but we weren't. Things are taking a long time than we planned, and that's a very good lesson to learn.
It's sometimes people call the month February, and that's word of barn. It's the month when most people are home with their sick children or sick themselves, and I think we also encountered that all of a sudden, there's always one that is ill or home with ill children and so on. So it's really, we lost a little pace in February, March, I think, and now we're feeling the panic. So now we're now we're up and running again.
Yeah, I think that was all for us.
Yes, I think so. Or do you want? Well, are there questions? Yes.
Is there something that you feel now you can't solve, or is it? Have you figured everything out?
I think we have the basics down. I mean, nothing is impossible. We can always go around it if we need to. If we have a problem solved, we have a plan. But if it doesn't work technically, we can always find something else. So no obstacles that we can handle.
I think we have basically what kind of how to tackle each of these tasks in the rooms, and what to use. Is it the onboard camera? Is it ultrasonic sensor to sense distance, or just a switch when we reach contact something, and so on. So we have, I think, we have outlined what kind of sensors to use and how many of them, and roughly where to place them on this little robot.
How do you plan to lift the luggage?
Well, this is a combination device. This is somewhere in the middle, but try to picture going out and having a set of wheels here and something similar. Yes.
Should I hold it?
Yes, you can hold it. Just imagine. Okay, because now I'm explaining how we tackle two tasks with about the same devices. But just picture a set of wheels here and a set of wheels here. And we'll go to the edge and then climb. Move this set of wheels down, and of course this down, and then we can...
Yeah, that's the stairs, yeah.
And then we can lift with this motor too. We have maybe change the robot between the tasks. Just have a stick over here. Just walk forward and lift it.
So we just put this in the middle position, which is about the adequate height to go under the handle on the luggage and lift it. And then lift it to its upper position. And of course, do what we are supposed to do and put it down again. We use the same device for both climbing and lifting luggage.
Talked about the camera and an onboard camera on an Android device or something like that.
Yeah.
How is your strategy for that? Is it, have you found any cool libraries that you're going to use? Is it secret? Or
it's secret.
I'm just curious about the level. Is it, have you seen, you're going to do it in 3D, or is it going to be 2D enough, or is it going to be black and white, colorless, to identify the way?
We'll have to discover that part.
I think we have some, quite straightforward things to do. Find a red spot somewhere, or a red button. Navigate to it. I think that could be quite straightforward. Then find a guy with the luggage. A little more difficult. But the guy who could give a very good answer to that question, he's not here today.